Sarah Ferguson pays tribute to Beatrice and Eugenie as she remembers her late mother. Sarah Ferguson has marked the anniversary of her mother, Susan Barantes' death with a moving handwritten message on Instagram. The post comes 27 years after Mrs. Barantes died in a car crash in Argentina on September 19, 1998, aged 61. In the note, addressed, "My dearest Mum," Sarah wrote, "My dearest Mum, I would love to tell you and show you how brilliantly your grandchildren are doing as mothers. Thank you for giving me the Irish magic in the enthusiasm of life. Love you, your devoted daughter Sarah XX." The Duchess shared the tribute on her Instagram story on September 19, 2025, overlaying the words on a photograph of white flowers with a turquoise ribbon. The post reflects her ongoing remembrance of her mother, who lived much of her later life in Argentina and was a key influence on Fergie's love of family and nature. Mrs. Barantes, born Susan Mary Wright on June 9, 1937, in Nottinghamshire, married Ronald Ferguson in 1956. The couple had two daughters, Jane and Sarah, before divorcing in 1974. A year later, Mrs. Barantes married Argentine polo player Héctor Barantes and moved to Argentina. There she pursued documentary filmmaking and managed a stud farm on the family estate, El Pucara. On September 19, 1998, Mrs. Barantes was driving near her home in Tres Lomas, Buenos Aires province, when her Rover car collided head-on with a catering truck. She was not wearing a seatbelt and died instantly. She was later buried alongside Héctor Barantes at El Pucara. Fergie has spoken previously about the profound impact of her mother's death, describing her as a source of creativity, energy and unconditional love. In today's message, she thanked Mrs. Barantes for giving me the Irish magic in the enthusiasm of life, a phrase that underlines how she sees her mother's character reflected in her own approach to family and public work. The Duchess's tribute also highlighted the next generation, by mentioning how brilliantly your grandchildren are doing as mothers. She referenced her daughters Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, both of whom are now parents. Beatrice has two daughters, Sienna and Athena, while Eugenie has two sons, August and Ernest. Mrs. Barantes' legacy remains important within the wider family. Despite her decades living abroad, she maintained strong ties to Britain and her daughters. Her adventurous life, from English country houses to Argentine polo fields, shaped Sarah's outlook and continues to be celebrated by the Duchess. Fergie has often chosen to publicly remember her mother on this date, using social media to share personal memories and keep her mother's influence alive. This year's heartfelt note again underlines the lasting bond between mother and daughter and the enduring impact of Mrs. Barantes' life and sudden death.